The Art Lewis Show, although I was debating whether I was coming in this morning because of the guest.
I'm back.
That voice
Good morning.
belongs to the one and only Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service. And been a while, my friend, but Ernie's had
A few complications.
he's had a few complications. He's kept the medical profession busy for a while.
Oh, I paid for a lot of the utilities at McLaren, I'm sure.
But you're doing all right?
Every day's a good day.
That's good. Yes, indeed. That's true.
Yes, yes.
It's Ernie is the oldest living member of our call-ins for
Yeah.
expert advice.
Oh, we've been here a while, huh?
Since the 70s,
Yes.
since 1978, maybe something like that.
Might even be a little earlier.
Might have been, but anyway, we're
been a
still
while.
at it. Don't know why, but we're still.
I hopefully I'll catch up to you, but
Yeah,
you're
well,
what, 89 now?
No,
Are you sure?
yeah, 83.
83?
Yeah.
I would have sworn you were at least 88 going on 89.
Well, I'm healthier than you are, so how old are you?
Oh man, I jokingly tell my wife I'm in my fourth quarter of life and I'm hoping for overtime.
Yeah. Well, I tell people all the time my brain tells me I'm 50 years old. My body tells me my brain's a liar.
There, there you go. There you go.
Anyhow, folks, if you have any questions about major appliances or major appliance repair, Ernie stands ready to either help you fix it or we turn it into a boat anchor.
Oh yeah,
And we've done that over the years.
yes we have. And you know what? We're coming into the season right now, and you know, I always joke about when you see those little floating things in the air.
Yeah, they look like dollar bills to you.
Exactly. Back in the day, it's like I love them cottonwood. They
Plug up the air conditioners. Right?
They certainly do, and we talk about what you can do to protect your air conditioner from having to deal with cottonwood, and I've convinced you to
I
finally
did
do
it.
it.
Put screening around the outside.
It's
of it.
really simple. I
Yeah.
mean, you go to the hardware store, buy some screening materials, and get yourself some either the shiny tape that they
That's
use
what I
in
got.
heating,
Yeah.
or just your basic duct tape.
I've got the shiny aluminum style, polished tape. It's about the same width as duct tape.
Yep.
But I just put it around the outside and it seals up, and it's great. Every now and then I have a big, sort of a small broom type thing,
Sure.
and I will broom it off because otherwise it plugs on the outside.
That's where we want it.
But you got to every now and then get out there and brush it off.
So do you use a hose with it, or you
No.
do it dry?
Just do it dry.
There you go.
Yeah, just do it dry. I don't have to. It comes right off.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
So
But when it gets inside that air conditioner,
that's a whole nother story.
yes, it turns into like paper mache
Yeah.
on the backside of that coil. And boy, that air conditioner's going to run a lot, and it's not going to cool like it should.
Yeah. Fortunately, mine does, but
It's wonderful.
it's also probably over 10 years old.
10 years,
Yeah.
probably 20.
Well,
How long you been in
The
that
one-
house?
we've been in the house. I've been in the house since '87, but that air conditioner was a replacement because
Okay.
we had one in there that died,
Okay.
and it's a 12,000
Yep, it's the largest one you could get
It was
with
the largest.
120 volts.
exactly. And it, it's supposed to do a room, but it does the whole first floor of the house. I mean, it's
Mhm.
amazing. So anyway, it's that time though. It's that season,
Yes, it is.
and probably not a task for a homeowner to do. It can be risky.
If you have a young son, or it's not a major task.
You got to be careful though. You
well-
gotta be really careful with those fins, don't you?
Yes, yeah, and I mean we're not putting it on the back of the air conditioner. We're wrapping it around the outsides.
Oh well, in terms of the screening. Oh
Yes.
yeah. No,
Yes.
I was talking about cleaning the inside
Oh,
of the air conditioner.
Yeah, that you
You
have
leave
to be
that to
very careful, because if you get, some people want to use a power wash, and it'll
Yeah.
fold those fins right over, and that'll restrict the airflow, and now you're into a whole different problem.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that if you do bend those fins over, you better have a couple beers because you're going to be sitting there with a pocket knife folding those fins back
One at a
over
time.
one at
By
a
the
time.
hundreds.
Yes,
Yeah.
not a good task.
No. And what are they doing now in terms of refrigerant in these air conditioners? Are you using the butane now, or?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's not R22, which is what we used to do. It's a blend. I want to say 410 has been used, but now that's been changed to 309. So they're experimenting with different refrigerants, and most of our air conditioners they're shipped in here from China or from Korea. So it just makes it tough. And anytime you have a sealed system, most of the time you're throwing that unit out. So when you do buy, whether it's a dehumidifier or an air conditioner, and somebody offers you some type of a warranty that's reasonable, you certainly want to take it, because when that unit goes out in 3 years, they're not going to be able to fix it. They're just going to have to replace
I've been
it.
lucky. I've got a dehumidifier in the basement. I've had that in there for, I don't know, 9 or 10 years now. And just keeps on humming.
Yeah, you should check and make sure that you don't have a bunch of crap on the coils on that unit.
Yeah, I've looked at it, and it's been pretty clean. So
It's just like a ceiling fan. When you turned your ceiling fan off, for the summer,
top of the blades.
and you look up there and it's like, where in the heck did that get so much dust and dirt on it, especially when it's moving?
Yep.
But that's the crap that's in our air that we breathe. And that's the same stuff that gets plugged up on our coils with dehumidifiers.
Yeah. Lovely.
And the same thing with an air conditioner. Some people don't even know they have a filter on the front side of that air conditioner that
Mine
should
lights.
be
I
cleaned.
got a little light on my air conditioner, and it
Oh,
lights
it
up
tells you?
but I don't think it reacts to the filter. I think it's a timed thing.
Okay,
I think every so often it lights up because I pulled the filter out and it's clean.
wonderful. It's kind of like the little light on the front of your side-by-side refrigerator that comes on. It tells you, you need to change your water filter, but you hardly use the water, so why would you want to change that filter? So you just go over to the button, hold it for 3 seconds to get that green light to go off, so it doesn't come on for another 6 months.
Yeah, that's the case. All right, listen, if you have a major appliance and you're having problems with it, or you want to know something about it, give us a call, 989-752-6111, and talk to the one and the only Ernie Krieger. We'll be back with Ernie right after these notes. Let's see if we can give away a little cash. All right, we're back with you, Ernie Krieger, in studio with us. Lines are locked and loaded. Let's begin. We'll talk to Greg in Bay City. Greg, you're on with Ernie Krieger. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Always nice to hear you be doing these things. I have a dehumidifier.
Yep.
That is, the fan is running and everything, and I suspect that the stuff that's as far as the coolant that you put in there is shot. It's because it's 8 years old, but the regular fan part is running and everything. I was wondering, is there any hope to recharge those?
No. You're going to go out and look for another unit. Can you tell whether or not the compressor's running on this thing?
No, I can't. Just the fan.
Well, if the compressor's not running, it may be an electrical issue and not a sealed system where you've lost your refrigerant.
Oh.
So it could be something different. What brand is that unit?
It's GE.
Okay, well, there's a de-icing switch on that unit that determines whether or not that compressor comes on. And it's possible that you could have a de-icing switch issue.
Okay.
That would be worth fixing, right?
Yeah, that
Buy the switch.
correct. And it could be a little sensor.
All right.
It depends on that unit. The problem you're going to have is finding somebody that you can take it to to have it looked at. And the other thing that you got to be careful, dehumidifiers. I mean, sometimes you can replace a dehumidifier for maybe 150 to 175, and they go up in price. Depends on how many pints that you get out of it.
Right.
So we want to be practical with this unit also.
Sure.
There is a place in Bay City. I want to say it would be Alpha TV. Oh my goodness. Art's got a couple guests outside the window.
2 geese walking around outside our window.
Oh.
But that may be a place that you could call and see if they would look at it at a reasonable price.
Right.
And I don't know, but you're in Bay City. You could also try Millar's. Millar's might be another place that you could take it to. But just be careful that you're not going to spend more getting it looked at versus getting it replaced. Because if you get a new dehumidifier, at least you're going to get a year warranty with it. And they may even give you an option to buy a service contract, which if it's a third of what you're paying for that unit and it covers 5 years, it's certainly worth the investment.
Sure.
All right.
Because this one was 8 years old.
Yep.
You know, so it doesn't owe me anything. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Well, thank you very much for your advice. It sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks for
Greg.
the call. Have a good weekend.
Take care. Bye-bye
All right.
now.
Bye now.
And we move on to Saginaw Township, and that's where we find Tom this morning. Tom, you're on with Ernie. Good morning.
Good morning, Art, and good morning, Ernie. Nice to hear you guys' voices again. Just got a quick question. We have a washer and a dryer.
Yep.
And they're probably a little bit in excess of 20 years old. And the washer will fill up now, and then on occasion, the agitator will not begin to work. And that's happened a couple times, but we managed to get it going. And we're going to buy a brand new washer and dryer. But we wanted to wait until Monday if we could. And I just wondered, do you think we should wait till Monday or just go today and try to get one?
Well, let's back up a second. So you said it's 20 years old, so chances are it's a Whirlpool?
I think it is. Yeah, I think so.
And when you say the agitator's not working, you're talking about the upper part of the agitator isn't going back and forth. It's just kind of making some racket when it's going into that wash cycle.
Well, it doesn't activate, and then we wonder if we're going to have to bail the water out of there. And I'm not home right now, and my wife probably could give you more information. But anyway, the thing that moves up and down in the middle, that's the agitator, I assume, that will not activate, and then we have to turn it on, turn it off, and several times, and then it starts.
All right.
And,
so it's possible there could be an issue with the lid switch, and it's also possible there's a contact inside that timer. With it being 20 years in a Whirlpool, those points that are opening and closing are probably arced, and it's not making good contact. So I guess you're just going to take a chance if it's not going to spin out for you. You're going to have to bail that water out. So
yeah.
So and I know there's a number of places right now having spring sales, so you might get a decent price
Well,
on
let me ask you a question, Tom.
Yeah.
Do you have to do laundry this weekend?
No, not
then
really. We
wait
just
till
did
Monday.
It, today.
Then wait till Monday.
You could always be like Art. He just turns his underwear inside out.
No, jeez,
Gets away with it.
There you go.
Uh,
Well, but I'm just wondering how quickly, because it's been such a long time since we bought them, and this is my last little question. How quickly do places that sell those move on getting one put in your house?
It depends on where you're going. I mean, if you go to a place like ABC, it might be a few days. If you go to a place like Art Noe, it could be a lot quicker.
yeah, because they have their own crews and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it all, it's not what happens, like I can tell you what happens at Art Noah. You know, they put you on the schedule for delivery, And there are some considerations. The first is, do they have that unit in stock?
Yep.
If they have it in stock, you're going to get it pretty quick.
Yep. But
And
the only
we don't care what unit it is.
well, you want to be the only thing I would tell you is when you go shopping for a new washer, you're going to want one with another agitator. I'm not fond of these washers that have the wash plates in the bottom that they tell you can
okay.
just stuff full of clothes.
The good news, though, is typically the machines with the agitator cost less.
Exactly.
The
Yes.
old style
Oh,
machines.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, typically they are. They're less than the front loaders and the wash plate.
So,
Okay, well, that. I appreciate that info also.
all right. Well, it sounds like you want to keep that wife happy. You're going shopping.
Have
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Well, yeah, she can go shopping and get it.
Oh.
Okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
All right, Tom. Thanks.
Thanks for the
All
call.
right,
Take
Bye.
care.
Yep,
Bye-bye now.
good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And let's go to Breckenridge this morning. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Ted.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
I got to tell you the reason I asked your name. On the phone, it says bed.
Oh,
I went, wait a minute here. All right, Ted.
Well, gentlemen, I just had a comment. When I heard your voices together, I had to call in and just say thank you for everything you've done for many, many, many years.
Yeah, we're old.
we're
that.
old, and you don't have any idea what it's like being across this little table from Arthur.
Yeah, but I do.
It's a
Anyways,
joy.
Ernie, you gave my daughter her first job while she was a student at SDSU, and she just thought the world of you. And I just wanted to call and say thank you. And Art, it's just been years and years and years.
Years and years and years and years. Yeah,
We just keep going on. That's a good thing.
it is.
It is a good thing. So I just wanted to say thank you, gentlemen, for all you've done, and God bless.
Well, Ted,
Well,
thank
thanks.
you for calling. We
Yep.
appreciate it.
And you have a great weekend.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
It was Ted in Breckenridge. Very
Not
good.
bad.
Line, no, not bad. Lines open, 989-752-6111 for your questions about appliance repair with Ernie Krieger. And we also, at some point in time, we'll have to do a little Save Our Shores discussion and water levels and all that good stuff with Ernie.
Yeah.
But we'll take a break and be back with more.
Gotta go.
Hi, we're back with you, Art Lewis and Ernie Krieger, and we're talking about appliance repair
Yeah.
with Deborah in Caucalan. Deborah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Hi, Ernie. This is Deb. I'm the one who got you together with your wife.
Oh.
Anyway, my son bought a cabin in the UP,
Yep.
and there's no storage in that place or anything. So under the staircase, we could probably put a ventless washer dryer all in one. What do you think of that? Because it's a log cabin, and they
If-
would come up through the crawl space, but
So he's going to
He
do an all-in-one washer and dryer like he'd find in a mobile home, correct? Like one of these big 40-foot things that you drive that's supposed
Yeah.
to be all contained. I would say
yeah.
if he's going to do an all-in-one washer and dryer and all he's going to do is his underwear, I don't have a problem with it. But if he's going to do jeans or towels, he may not be happy with how the performance of that unit is.
Right. There's nowhere to vent it out. And I know a gentleman has a Samsung one, and I was there when he was using it. It was pretty good, but he will have beach towels and stuff. I guess he's not going to have heavy jeans, but they just don't have anything or anywhere to put a 2-unit,
Yeah, a separate washer and dryer, or a stackable unit where the dryer's on top and the washer's on the bottom.
right,
And-
which would be better.
Yep, and these ventless dryers,
Let me ask a question.
sure.
The cabin's up the Upper Peninsula, right?
Yeah.
Up north.
So
All right.
service is a
You know,
problem.
my question is, how much time are they going to spend there? How often are they going to use the machine?
They'll spend the summer there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if they're going to do the wash, maybe what they should do at the end of that wash cycle when it's spun out, just take those beach towels and, like they did back in the 50s, have a clothesline and hang those out on a clothesline. And the same thing with the jeans.
Because he did said maybe I should just get a washer top load and just hang everything up.
There you go.
But then, up there, everything takes so long to dry.
Yeah, but
correct.
That solves your venting problem. That solves all the problems.
Yeah.
Right. So you think maybe just go with just the washer and be done with it?
I would suggest it's going to take some. It'll take some extra time, of course, to hang this stuff up, but
nothing like fresh, dried, air-dried clothes like that, though.
Yeah, and I'm actually on the same lake. If he had to run over half a mile, he could throw them in.
Oh, well, that solves that problem.
So Mother will take care of drying the clothes and folding the clothes, and you'll probably even take them back over to his cabin. Yeah, you'll take it over to his cabin and put them in the drawers.
That's right. I'm trying to get away from some of that, and then he buys one right down the road for me. So.
Smart kid.
Smart kid, yeah.
I recommend just go with the washer.
Yeah.
Unless they may end up moving there in 8 years after Cy graduates. So then I told them there's a spot they could actually build in a closet unit and stuff.
Yeah. Or what he might consider is putting an addition on outside, a small room where they just do laundry.
Yeah, and they do have a screened-in porch, which could actually end up being enclosed.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
So, okay, thank you. I'll tell them that. That solves a lot of problems.
Deb, good talking to you.
Deb. Thanks a lot.
Good talking to you.
All right,
I will.
Bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. All right, Dick and Paul, hang on. We will get to you after these notes. Let me talk about potholes for a minute because this is Michigan, folks, and when you drive in Michigan, you're going to hit some potholes, and they can damage your car's alignment and tires and wheels and suspension. You need to have that checked out, and our friends at Quick Lane Freeland are offering a complimentary alignment check to make sure you have not damaged the front of your car. Just stop in and ask for the complimentary alignment check at Quick Lane Freeland. And if you want to know what alignment means to you and how important it is, here's John from Quick Lane Freeland to tell you.
If your vehicle's wheels are aligned correctly, it will not pull to the left or to the right when driving. It also prevents improper tread wear, so your tires last longer. A wheel alignment should be checked often because normal steering wear and tear can cause your alignment to go out in addition to potholes and railroad crossings. A correct alignment also reduces rolling resistance on your tires for better fuel mileage.
And to say also, it is safer. So stop in, get that complimentary alignment check. If you need tires, remember that Quick Lane Freeland sells all their tires for just $5 over cost. Quick Lane Freeland, it's part of the McDonald Ford complex in Freeland, which is a busy place this weekend with the Walleye Festival. I will be at McDonald Ford on Sunday morning for the car show, and I'll be in the Quick Lane Freeland building. We'll look for you there. Quick Lane Freeland, McDonald Ford, two names standing ready to help you with all your automotive needs.
Family.
Back with you, along with Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service. And next up is Dick in Midland. Dick, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. What can we do for you?
Okay, I got a kind of a weird thing here.
Well, that's like the guy sitting next to me.
Right, the guy I'm looking at across the way is perfect.
Pretty weird.
Okay, I have a Speed Queen washer and dryer.
How old?
They're about 4 years old.
Okay.
Very good, runs fine. No problem with them. When I have my radio on FM, I can't listen to the radio. I get this noise that comes through the radio, that noise like...
Is that when the washer's in the spin cycle?
When the washer and dryer, either one are running, that's what happens.
Usually that happens on AM, not FM.
Yeah.
No, just on AM.
AM.
Yep.
Right,
just on AM.
AM, yes. Because all right, that's it. The answer is turn over to the FM.
Well, the only
Well,
thing
I'm
is,
serious.
I like to listen to Art Lewis in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm on the FM. We're on AM and FM.
Yeah.
Go
but
to 100.5 and you'll find us.
I know it. But why is it doing that?
Because
it's an RF frequency issue.
AM radio is subject to that interference from motor noise and all kinds of other electronic interference.
Even if electric shavers will sometimes will do that.
Depends how close they are.
Yeah, a microwave could also cause some problems with an AM radio.
Yeah.
I know. I go start my car. I go in my garage and start my car up, turn the radio on. I hear it in the radio even.
Yeah, but you're on AM in the car too, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing.
Right.
As a matter of fact, particularly in older cars, once in a while, the suppression doesn't work real well.
Okay.
And the engine noise from the car gets into the AM radio. Most of the time, it's not a problem, but it can be.
Yeah, well, it's been.
And I'm serious.
I've had this problem.
Yeah,
all the time. It's been there ever since I had the washer dryer put in.
It's always there for AM radio. The answer, literally, I'm serious now, is to switch over to the FM 100.5.
Yeah, well,
it's the same program.
Yeah,
I
understand it.
We simulcast.
I understand. Yeah.
No cure for that one, unfortunately.
No cure. Okay. Appreciate it. Hey,
all
have
right,
a
buddy.
great day.
You too.
All right, you too.
Thanks for the call.
Take care.
No.
Wait. Yep.
I wondered, I used to think there were filters that you could put that would
there
cut
are,
out some
but in this
RF.
day and age,
Yeah.
when all you have to do is flip the switch on the radio and go to FM.
There you go.
Why do anything else?
Easy peasy.
Talk to Paul in Midland. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
See, I've got a Magic Chef 1988, and it's just a garage refrigerator, and it's been running constantly for the last couple of days. The freezer on top is super cold compared to what it was, and the bottom only goes up to about 53 degrees.
Ooh.
My question is it worth having it fixed being it's at 88, or is it something simple?
Probably not, but how much stuff's in the freezer?
Hardly anything. It's just got a couple of, I keep some candy bars up there that are froze, a little black velvet I keep in the freezer, and that's about it.
I love the fact that you have that black velvet in the freezer. My kind of guy. So let's. I think what I want you to do. It's possible that this unit might have a set of coils that are blocked off with frost because it's not going through the defrost cycle like it should. So if you have the ability to put that black velvet in another freezer, I would take the candy bars, give them to the kids, turn off that refrigerator, leave the doors open so that if there's any frost on that evaporator, it's going to melt and it's going to drip down. I'd give it 24 hours to let everything melt down inside. Then what I would do is I would start it back up. I wouldn't put your black velvet back in there right away, but I would put some plastic jugs like milk containers, and I would put several of them in that freezer because that freezer, it's designed to run at 0 degrees, anything from 5 above to 5 below. But it's very hard to keep that temperature if there's nothing there. So if you put some bulk in there, like these jugs of water, it's going to help hold that temperature and it's going to allow it to run less. And then what I would tell you, in the refrigerator section, you've got a cold control and you have an air damper. You probably have, when you open the door, they're right there in the front, correct?
Right, yep.
Okay, so one determines how long that unit runs, and the other opens a little shutter giving you more or less air into that refrigerator from the freezer. Okay?
Okay.
So once you've got this thing defrosted and you start that little devil up, you should hear a fan come on in the freezer, correct? Do you hear a fan running in there by chance?
Right, yes.
Okay. So it may be just a defrost issue. And if that's the case, all your temperatures are going to get back down. Put a thermometer and a glass of water in the refrigerator section, because when you check temperatures, it should be product temperatures and not air temps. And again, 38 to 42, 42 being a little high, 38's a much better temperature is what you want in the refrigerator. And 5 above to 5 below is what you would want in the freezer. But I want your freezer kind of full, because the more you have in there, the easier it is to hold that temp, the less that unit's going to run.
Right.
Now, what's going to happen, if it's a defrost issue, probably a month down the road, all of a sudden you're going to start to notice that if you have beer, the beer might be a little warmer than it should. But again, the black velvet shouldn't be affected. And once the temperatures get back, then of course you're going to put your black velvet back out in the garage, because it's easier to consume it out in the garage than it is in the kitchen.
You guys.
That's right. That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Just kidding.
Yeah. So if it goes, that doesn't fix the problem there and stuff there, is it, might as well junk it then and just...
Yeah, you're not going to stick any money into that unit.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to know and stuff there. Check on that. So, okay, very good.
There you go.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You bet.
Have a great day.
All right, that'll do it for this hour. But Ernie will be back with us next. We'll take a break and tell you what's ahead.
Spring is here, and it's time to see it.
All right, that'll do it for this first hour of the Art Lewis Show with Ernie Krieger along. He's coming along second hour, too, to answer more questions about appliances. We'll also talk a little bit about SOS and the lakes and all of that good stuff. Coming up, following the news from CBS and the local report with Michael Perchup. We'll be back right after that here on WSGW.
Broadcasting from the